What if every woman in the world froze her eggs? No, not metaphorically, literally. Every woman, about 3.9 billion of them, decided to walk into a clinic, get their eggs extracted, frozen, and stored. What would happen to humanity and our planet? Let's start with the basics. A woman is born with roughly 1 to 2 million eggs. But by puberty, only about 300,000 remain, and only a few hundred are ever released over a lifetime. Freezing eggs or oocyte cryopreservation is a process where mature eggs are collected, cooled to about -196 degrees Celsius, and stored in liquid nitrogen. It's like pressing pause on fertility. So, if every woman did this, we'd need a lot of freezers. How big, exactly? Let's assume each woman stores 10 eggs. That's around 39 billion eggs total. Each frozen egg takes up roughly 0.3 milliliters. Multiply that by 39 billion, and you get nearly 12 million liters of biological material. That's about 5 Olympic swimming pools full of eggs. But you can't just toss them all in one pool of liquid nitrogen like some weird fertility soup. They need individual storage tanks, temperature control, and a massive global logistics system. So, congratulations humanity, you just invented the largest biofreezer network in history. One egg freezing cycle can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, plus annual storage fees. If we take the lower end, $5,000 per woman, freezing every woman's eggs would cost about $19.5 trillion. That's nearly the combined GDP of the United States, China, and Japan for eggs. At that price, maybe we could throw in some free Wi-Fi while we're at it. But what happens after that? If women everywhere froze their eggs, the pressure of the so-called biological clock might vanish overnight. People might delay parenthood longer, pursuing education, careers, or just living. Birth rates could drop temporarily as everyone focuses on their lives instead of fertility. Then, years later, there could be a sudden baby boom as those eggs start getting used. It would be like humanity collectively hitting pause. And then play again 20 years later. Egg freezing isn't perfect. The process can damage cells, and even under perfect conditions, not all eggs survive thawing. If everyone relied on frozen eggs for future generations, we'd risk losing genetic diversity. Also, human reproduction would become much more dependent on technology. No clinics, no next generation. A single global power outage could turn into, well, a very weird apocalypse movie. In a strange way, this global freezing experiment could redefine what it means to be human. We'd be controlling evolution more than ever, deciding when life begins on a planetary scale. Maybe it'd lead to better family planning and equality. Or maybe it'd make us realize how much of life's beauty comes from its unpredictability. Because sometimes timing things perfectly means missing the magic of what happens by chance. So, what if every woman froze her eggs? We'd build the world's most expensive fridge just to prove that humanity can't resist pressing the pause button on nature.